So here it is, it's Mother's Day, 2026. Here's a story of my mom, a moment that I do remember, right? I was in my bedroom, which was in the basement, and I must have been about 16 to 18. So I'm in my room and I have a great stereo system, right? I've got the big speakers, the records, and all that kind of thing. Yes, it's back in the day when there were records that you put on a turntable and they turned. So I'm listening to a record in my room, and it's Iron Maiden. They're in their 50th year. They are selling out stadiums. They are just incredibly dynamic. You have like a very skilled jazz-like drummer who just has all this incredible rhythm locked into his brain that he just flows out through his hands and through his feet. Incredible. And then you've got an exceptionally skilled bass player, finger-playing bass player, does these incredible, powerful plodding rhythms, variations in scale, changes, tempo changes, and they work together. They're incredibly tight. And of course, two very slightly different guitar players. You have one that's got more of a blues kind of feel, right? Blues rock, and then one that's got a classical feel, right? And they blend together. So then you've got that, and then you have like a very high vocal ranged singer that sings over top of that and sings incredible stories, like the stories that they sing about, very based in history and knowledge, and they have a story, right? But there are songs like Flash of the Blade, which I absolutely love, and it's on one album called Powerslave, right? And there are a couple of sections and pieces in those songs that are classical, and they go into these beautiful dances, and there's this dance going on between two guitars, the drums, the bass, and these breaks, and these incredible classical influenced breaks, just incredible. Now, I'm not sure if it was that moment that my mom walked into my room and the door was open, and here's the interesting thing about it. My mom never told me, turn that down. She never said to me, close your door, right? And I played my music at pretty good solid volume. And I like to believe that she actually enjoyed some of my music, right? Because she never told me to close the door. So anyway, so I'm in my room. My mom comes down the stairs, walks into my room like a phantom, walks through the door, right? Stops, goes, oh, that's Beethoven. And I look at her. She doesn't look at me, and then she turns around and walks out. That was it. That was the memory, right? So, and I've never forgotten that. One of my favorite bands of all time, and very often I'll listen to Maiden and I'll think of my mom, something that I hold dear, and she was empathetic to that. I mean, that was a real comment. She really heard Beethoven in Iron Maiden, which I'm not surprised, and I'm not fully versed on Beethoven, I must admit, but I really feel like I've gotten some incredible classical music education from metal music. It's in there. There's some exceptional metal music that's been made over the years. And well, there you go. There's the story of my mom. So here I am on a walk on Sunday. It's Mother's Day, and that's my Mother's Day story for you today. Happy Mother's Day.